Sonic News! A new show appears! It's super effective! I am SSF by... Pull my finger, please. Please? No? Screw you. I was polite.
Welcome to SonicNews.
Live from the magnificent state of Virginia, here's your host, the news dude of Sonic Paradox, Sonic Sega Fan, 1991.
And hello everyone out there watching on Sonic Paradox right now, because I completely forgot to bring up the graphic again because I'm a derp. God damn it. Welcome to everyone watching right now, and Happy New Year? Maybe? Audio is really low? Fuck me. It's not usually this low. Why? I don't even know anymore. Well, I turned up the, What? Am I hearing a buzzing sound? I don't know if that, let me... I think that's just the tinnitus in my ears. I don't even know anymore. Is the audio better now? My mic boost is low. It's just fine to me. How about now? See, is it any better? Okay. So, Happy New Year, I guess, for all of you watching. It's the very first Sonic News Show 2013. Yay! And the Sonic News Show turns 2 in a few weeks. Because it totally matters. But the Sonic News Show actually is turning 2 years old in just a few weeks. Actually, was it 1, 2, 3? Nope, it'll be a month actually, 4 weeks. But yes, Sonic News Show the very first Sonic News Show took place on February 13th, 2011. If you can believe it or not. And I cannot believe it's been that long, but I will not be, the reminiscing will not be right now. That's going to be a month from now. For now, though, there's a shitload to talk about because, well, I kind of have to make up a month of stuff, too. At the same time, the Sonic News Show is turning a year old and another year older in a month from now. And at the same time, well, I have to make up a previous month's worth of news as well. So, fuck me. No, actually, I really do have quite a bit to showcase. Including what may be a milestone in the Sonic News Show's journey, because, well, there's a solo commentary that's going to be taking place. So that will mean I'm going to be playing something for the first time in God knows how long. Because believe it or not, I do have more than just the intro sitting here in my reservoir of Sonic News Show audio stuff. So I have bumpers too. Bumpers that I have almost been unable to play because, well, the talking is kind of taking over all of that remembrance. But pretty soon on YouTube you'll be able to hear all the bumpers and stuff I actually made in the past. And I might actually start uploading those a month from now to kind of celebrate the Sonic News Show's 2-year anniversary, because technically all these bumpers and stuff are 2 years old. We're going to be 2 years old as well. So, but anyway, also I might recreate those bumpers and stuff I lost in that hard drive clearance I did sort of last year when I needed more room. But anyway, hopefully you guys have been enjoying 2013 so far. I don't really know if I have. I kind of have, but kind of haven't at times. And especially considering these past 2 weeks have just been nerve-wracking to me, because I really have wanted to get this show done. And it's 2-3 weeks later than normal, than the original time. So, yeah. But anyway, hopefully you guys in the chat are doing good. For now, though, I think it's time we get this show started. But yes, welcome to Season 4 of the Sonic News Show. Yes, Season 4. In reality, though, you kind of consider it Season 2 because, well, 2 of the seasons are barely even that many episodes. But, still, I technically consider it Season 4 since, you know, like I said, Season 1 were the first few episodes of the Sonic News Show when I had that original formula. Season 2 is when I did the first season with the revamp and everything. Season 3 was last season, between October of 2011 and December 2012. Pretty much that was the season that followed that stupid hiatus I had in the show. And now we're in Season 4. Brand new year means brand new season. So there you go. And you guys might got mysteriously quiet all of a sudden. But, yeah, may as well do a roll call to chat real quick before we move on. There's me in there. There's Wax, who was actually streaming just a bit ago. There's Dr. MacFox. There's Morpheus. There's Wax again. Wax, you're cloning yourself. Stop that. And there's Zonix Zone Cop. So, there you go. That's everyone that's here. Not as many as I'd like there to be, but considering A, it's the first episode of the new year, B, there hasn't been a show in like a month and a half, and C, because we're Sonic heroes. There you go. But yeah, may as well get on with the show. Because like I said, there was quite a bit to talk about. Sonic Marathon 3 raising a record total of $3,250. Respawn Point, I have to give you props for that. Your marathon was definitely something worth watching. And I really hope to be there next year for, you know, more, because I believe they did announce during Sonic Marathon 3 that there was going to be a Sonic Marathon 4, so with that in mind, hopefully Sonic Marathon 4 turns out really nice. But Sonic Marathon 3, you know, turned out to be a really good success. Can't complain whatsoever. But also, as I have a burping spell, that was totally worth mentioning. But no, I do believe this news just came out within the last 24 hours. Apparently, it has been revealed from the guest of honors list at a convention that was as coming up within the next week or two, that apparently the writer of Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations has written the script for the next Sonic game. So the next Sonic the Hedgehog game has been written up. The script for that game has been written up, which means they more than likely have already started doing the voiceover voicing for the games, and more than likely they may have already started on the cutscenes. So yes, the Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations writers are back from those two previous Sonic games, and they will be returning for the next Sonic game. In fact, they already have returned for the next Sonic game, because the script for the next Sonic game has already been written. So with that in mind, Sega has already decided what the next Sonic game will be, and what characters are going to be in it, the game's going to be all about. They pretty much know everything about the game by now, and how it's going to play and everything. What it will be is not yet known at this time, but it's obviously not going to be Sonic 4. This next Sonic game is not going to be Sonic 4, because Sonic 4 does not have a script. Because there's no cutscenes, or, well, no dialogue in the game, so this is obviously going to be that main Sonic console game that was referenced, that retail Sonic game. So, more than likely, we should be finding out more about this game very soon. With that bit of news, no doubt about it, the game is literally on the verge of being announced. I just think that they don't have anything to show right now. So with that in mind, we will be finding out more than likely what the next Sonic game will be in a few months from now. Like I said, I don't really know what the Sonic game will be, but I know, since like I said, it is a script and it's got that means it's going to have cutscenes and everything. That's obviously going to be the retail Sonic game that Sega said would be taking place this year, that would be released this year. So for all we know, the game should be out later this year, and at the very least will probably be announced in the next few months. So I really don't know, like, who knows, but the fact that it is indeed coming out, very soon, I will no doubt be I'm pretty optimistic, especially hearing that news. As far as I know, it seems like from what I saw in the comments to the Sonic Stadium's poop butt. God damn it, Vizard. Damn it. But yes, it's really looking good for the game already. With the the Sonic Stadium article comments that I saw about this, seems that they're mixed. I didn't know it was that mixed. It seems like people just don't think the cheesy jokes are just too cheesy or something. I don't know, but I would much rather have this scripts like that than 06 or Shadow the Hedgehog or even Heroes to a degree. So that's just me. But in any case, what is left? Baby don't hurt me, baby don't hurt me no more. Anyway, no. There's that. It's really gonna be interesting to see what this next Sonic game is. But with this news about the script, I do think the countdown has begun to the next Sonic game. So we'll see how it goes. These next 4 months are going to be intriguing, needless to say. But in the meantime, do not be surprised if there's a rather noticeable lull in noticeable lull in games, and news for the next few months. But I find it strange that even though am I the only one that's really getting sick of All Stars Racing Transform news? Am I the only one that's getting sick of it now? It's like it's gone from there being no news to there being none but that news. It's ridiculous. The game's out by now, yet the game's out now, but we're still getting news from the versions of the game that haven't come out yet, the 3DS and PSE versions. And I think the Vita version, I think it is out though. I think it came out last month. But in any case, I will be getting to some All Stars Racing Transform news soon. However, it is time for. Actually, I can't play that. Now I think about that bumper cannot be played because it's about gaming, not okay. So forget that then. But yes, guys, it is time for, as you all know, the official Sonic fan film from Eddie LeBron's official Sonic fan film. I say official because, well, it's the fan film itself. It's officially out now. Yes, the wait has finally come to an end. Like I said, Eddie LeBron's Sonic fan film will be indeed covered here on the show, not just with final impressions, but I say final impressions because I'm really going to put away this is the last time I'm talking about this damn thing. But also it's going to be the last time I'm watching this too, because, well, I will be doing a solo commentary of the film right here, live on the Sonic News show, right now. So, needless to say, I hope you guys like hearing me comment. I will not be playing the video audio because I don't really trust copyrights. So I will probably have it on really low. So if you guys can't hear it, that's why. I won't be airing anything, having any audio in the background because I still need to hear it on my end too. So, needless to say, if you wish to check out this fan film as I watch, just so you can follow me as it's going, the link is right there in the live stream chat. Now, for those of you on YouTube that are watching this on YouTube, when it's not live but want to follow me as we go, I will be including the link to the fan film in the description of the video. So there you go. Needless to say, I'm gonna have an earful. Boy, do I have an earful. I really wish I had a drink now, because I really think I should be taking a sip. Because this is going to probably make up the bulk of the show. Right here. This whole thing with the fan film. Ah, boy. I don't even know if I'm going to have some viewers after this. Well, I guess it's okay to start this up. I really hope you guys bear with me for whatever I'm going to be saying, because some of the things I will be saying you may not like. I'm just saying. And I just now noticed the Blue Core Studio logo is an annotation. I never noticed that, because usually I have the annotations off. You know, why didn't they just include that in the film itself? Then again, why did they include it at all? I don't know. Like the in the beginning, you see their logo, I do believe. I'll find out in a moment, but rock hard finger nipples. I'm finger nipples, the enchilada, and I want my emeralds. Anyway, and why am I seeing the E-Trade baby on my screen right now? Why am I seeing the E-Trade baby on my TV? Anyway, I have no idea anymore. But anyway, I will be counting down from 5, and I'll give you guys time. I'm just buying some time for you guys to bring up the video if any of you guys want to follow along. And damn Hedge missed my sexy voice.
What sexy voice, huh? Do you miss this sexy voice? My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours, damn right, it's better than yours, I can teach you, but I have to charge.
Anyway, anyway, yeah, Dawnface the Rogue. But yes, when I hit 1 and then hit go, when I say go, that is when, after counting down from 5, that is when any of you who want to actually see the fan film as we watch are going want to hit play on your YouTube player. So, with that in mind, I will be doing solo commentary throughout the film, giving my own personal thoughts. Now that I've actually seen the movie enough to really get an idea. If you guys want to see my first impressions of the film, you can check out findthecomputerroom.com's commentary on the fan film. It's on YouTube as well, Find the Computer Room. You can also check out the Sonic shows. That's the second time I saw the fan film. You guys can check out the Sonic shows. Commentary on the film and then see how it is. I also saw it a third time after, you know, I was able to relax and check out, you know, the film a third time, be able to form a more coherent thought. And now I'm going to see this for the 4th and last fucking time. Thank fucking God I can finally put this damn thing behind me after this. So needless to say, if I haven't really been too indicative of what I think about the film, yeah, you're really gonna get an earful soon. Then, maybe not in the best way either. I don't even know anymore. Either way, I will go ahead and start the fan film and play it on my end. And like I said, as soon as I hit go, if you guys wish to listen in on and go along with the commentary, feel free. Like I said, as soon as I hit go, that's when you hit play on your YouTube players. But in any case, going to play this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Take note that this is probably the few times I'm actually going to be doing a you weren't ready restart. Okay, you can restart. Okay, this buys me time to mention something real quick anyway. If I need to provide the link again for you guys, I will in the live stream chat. There you go, just in case you need it. I am going to say right now that the buffer has gone. I don't have to worry about any buffering problems. So if you guys have any buffering problems, you know, try to keep up. Either that or just let the player buffer. So it's up to you. But in any case, God damn, this film has 14,000 likes and 2,600 dislikes. Really, YouTube? Boy. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed, you know? Who would have guessed? God damn it, YouTube. This is why we can't have nice things. Well, I really don't want to spoil my opinions on this, but like I said, you probably have an idea now. Alright, can we start now? Is everyone ready? Actually, now that I think about it, let me close this and bring up this fan spotlight. Look at that. I'm a boss. Alright. Going to start this now. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, come on, Vizzard. How long does it take to start up a video? Man. What is... God damn it, Vizzard. You will do your speed... I demand you do your speed racer race the next time you end up being a guest on this show. You know... Anyway, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! But yes, do bear in mind that this is not going to be often I'm going to be doing solo commentaries or commentaries at all during the SonicNews show. So, yeah. What can I say? Alright, and yep, there you go. There's the Blue Core Studios logo. Then why do they have the Blue Core Studios as an animation if it's in the fan film already? That doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't understand the purpose of having that animation there when the very logo, that that is the animation, is already in the film. I don't even understand. Also, this ring is beautiful. I love this ring. Also, I don't want to turn this up too loud. No, that'll do. Yep, there's the 7 emeralds. Also, I'm not showing the visuals for a reason. Simply because I don't trust, you know, what could possibly happen against me. Like I said, copywriting is something I'm really picky on. And there we go, Sonic title screen. It's just called Sonic. And South Island, Planet Mobius. Actually, I think I need to kind of hear the dialogue too. There we go. So yeah, South Island, Planet Mobius. Apparently they're acknowledging the fact that it's Mobius. They're acknowledging the fact that it's South Island. I do like the fact that they said Planet Mobius. They acknowledge that this is a planet, you know. That's one of the few things they did, you know. It's that they actually acknowledged how, for those, you know, new to the Sonic franchise that might stumble across this, you know, doing all this. And what the fuck is a game of... Why? I don't get it. Why are there Gamma clones here? They don't show up until Sonic Adventure. And Gamma was clearly seen built during Sonic Adventure's period. So it was during Sonic Adventure that Gamma showed up. Why are is there a Gamma army? I mean, at least the egg carriers look very nice. And that explosion looks kind of photoshopped a bit. Not hugely photoshopped. But I will go in the final analysis, I'll go into detail more about why I think that it being a fan film, you know, doesn't excuse quite a bit of this stuff. And oh look, we have a crap ton of cameos. For some ungodly reason, there's just been a bitch load of cameos just shoved in here, including Brental Floss and some guy from Screw Attack. I don't know why. Why are there so many cameos? And oh look, it's this guy. And of course, he's not really that good with what is it, acting either. I think the President has the worst acting out of the entire movie, to be honest. Kintobor. See, to be fair, the whole Kintobor thing, I think I can see why. And oh, look, Nostalgia Critic. These fucking cameos, man, they're just so pointless, man. You could get just the same amount of acting from other people, you know? It doesn't... The cameos are just plastered on there for, oh, look at this, you know? That's just me. I mean, it just comes off to me like... Just so pointless, you know? Why are they there? You can put someone else there, and they have just as much of a point as these cameos do. You know, it's just, if there being a cameo just doesn't make this any better. I mean, it really doesn't. But at least, you know, Robotnik ends up being very cool. You know, I mean, he's actually the best actor in the whole movie. In fact, I think he's the only good actor in this whole movie, other than maybe J. Leo White's Sonic. But to be fair, that's not exactly like acting, as in, you know, physically acting. It's just voicing acting. So, but yeah, so far the plot is that Kintobor has turned against the entire planet and has called himself Robotnik now. And then we get J. Leo White. And for some reason, we're fucking 3 months later. Who the hell knows why we're 3 months later? That's never established. Like, why are we 3 months from now? Why the fuck are we suddenly 3 months into the future? I mean, does it take this long for Sonic to save the day now? Like, why? Why? That doesn't make any sense at all. And I'm never going to, like, oh my god, that... You know, I seriously don't see the appeal in Sonic's model in this movie. I really don't. I just don't. Also, I want to clarify, I actually got that wrong and switched them up. That was actually the angry video game nerd that was doing the newscasting a bit ago. This is a Nostalgia Critic. It's so easy to get everyone confused because this film has got so many fucking cameos plastered on. It's like, it's so difficult to tell, you know, who's who. And yes, I am very well aware that Ego Raptor and Kerbifer actually voiced as a couple of Gamma robots. I don't know why. But why are they roboticizing humans? I thought they were roboticizing animals. curb. Oh, he did. He did fingers too. Huh. And oh my God, that way past cool. Just normally that way past cool would just be just wonderful, but with how Sonic looked, it's like it looks so awkward. You know, it's like the way past cool was okay, but it's like the way Sonic looked and the way Sonic's mouth looks just it just doesn't work. It doesn't fit. It's awkward. And everyone just suddenly calls him the... Why? Where did everyone suddenly get the idea that he's the Blue Blur? And oh look, it's that guy from Screw Attack, because God knows why he's there. He's probably the most pointless of the cameos. Like, honestly, why does everyone call him the Blue Blur? Why? I mean, I understand this is Sonic's nickname, but no one actually calls him the Blue Blur in the games. No one calls him the Blue Blur in the cartoons. No one calls him the Blue Blur in, the comics. No one calls him the Blue Blur in any official thing. So why are they calling him the Blue Blur here? And especially when you see the name of the movie is called Sonic, and everyone's calling him the Blue Blur through the majority of the film. The logic in that just doesn't work. It just doesn't. I can understand them calling him the Blue Blur because of the whole, not knowing Sonic's name. But it's like, there's better names they can call him than the Blue Blur, That's not the first thing that would come into my mind, is the Blue Blur. But that's just me, And then we see this guy being tortured. Again, this is a very dark setting. I don't know why it's so dark. This movie's so serious. Even more serious than Sonic 06. Yes, I just said that. But still, Robotnik is just absolutely... The guy that plays Robotnik, I think his name is DJ Hazard. He's absolutely wonderful as Robotnik, but... Well, there is a flaw, but I will explain that. It's not his fault, but I will explain that later on. Now, why did they say Robotica size, or Robotica size? Like, he gets that word wrong. Like, they can't even pronounce the words right. It's like, that's the only thing he really does. Like, that and something else is the really only two things that Robotnik, DJ Hazard does wrong here. The only two things. And oh my God, that thing. What the fuck? Why is... That's plastic! They had... Like, why is that plastic, Why is that plastic? Why? That looks like a little prop you can buy from a local store, dollar store or something, It's like a kid's toy. Why? Why? That's not going to bring down a ship. That's not going to bring down a robot. I mean, what I don't understand is how Gunn is so far behind in technology, despite the fact that they should be like 2,000 years in the future. But who knows? And oh look, Buzz Bombers. Even though she was saying commenting about the Buzz Bombers like long before they even showed up, but yes, there are Buzz Bombers now. All of a sudden, Buzz Bombers. It wasn't an ending of a cliffhanger. Let me explain. This whole film actually took place. It's supposed to be the prequel to Sonic 1. This is everything that supposedly was what led up to Sonic 4. Or not Sonic 4, but Sonic 1. Which is why Sonic, well... we'll get to that. God, that mouth. That mouth's just weird. It's not the least of the movie's concerns in my opinion, but it still stands out. And also, why does he flirt with this woman? Why does he flirt with her? Why? Why? That's exactly what people hated in Sonic 06, was the fact that it was a human and a hedgehog interacting, and at least was getting on to... Ugh. Why? 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 You know, there's no excuse for that. None. But I do like the, you know, the robots and the egg carriers and that ring at the very beginning. Those were all looking really nice, you know. They all looked really nice. And what the hell am I like? Sonic, it'd be really nice if you actually like like when he runs, you see no smoke. Like there's no smoke at all. Like that's such a simple little adjustment. It's nothing, you know, horrible. It's a very simple adjustment, yet they don't do that. It's those simplest things that just plague this whole thing. And they're all just so many of them, and they just drag the whole film down. It's just such simple things, and suddenly motobugs. You know, suddenly they're motobugs. Like, this is what I don't understand. It's that, you know, the Gamma robots are just out of place. Yet you see all these Sonic 1-like robots. They're here, but not the Sonic. But the Gamma, no, it's just the Gamma robots seem to have been just an excuse, in my opinion, an excuse to do more scripting. You know, to add more lines. That's just me. Who knows why? I may never know. You know, that's just me. But in any case, who knows why Sonic is, you know, he's really not. That's the thing. Sonic does not show up in this film a whole lot, you know, and not as much as he should, considering the film is named after him, and also more obviously photoshopped, you know, special effects there. Again, something that really could have had another little simple thing that really could have easily been fixed. And the best thing I like in this whole thing is just how fucking racist this asshole is. Yes, I'm calling him an asshole because essentially he's literally like, he's so fucking racist. And another thing is it's a South Islander. That means we obviously can't trust him, even though he just saved my ass. You know, that's just me. You know. The guy is fucking racist. I cannot believe that's even allowed in a fucking Sonic universe. You know, let alone a fan film. This thing is just so... It's so out of place. And there's... By the way, there's 3 minutes left in this film. They're still calling him... They were still calling him the Blue Blur at this point. There's been absolutely little progress made in the whole film. Just, you know, hey, we're just going to go, you know, this and... Like, they don't... The most remarkable thing is Sonic and Robotnik never encounter each other physically in the course of the film. Never. Not once. And then when Robotnik sees a Chaos Emerald, it's like, why that it's so awkward. That reaction he has to that emerald is so fucking creepy. It's like, is he having an orgasm over the fucking emerald? Really? See, that's the case where he, you know, I felt like he was overacting, you know? Like, yeah, I can understand, like, liking the emerald, but it's like, I wouldn't react like that, you know, shuddering and everything. You know, and plus, if he's already seen emeralds, if he's already gotten 3 emeralds, and he should be used to seeing these things now, you know. By the way, that also makes Sonic. That's also a problem. It makes it kind of non-canon. You know, if he had just gotten 1 more and then said 6 more to go, then that would make sense. You know, because that 6 would mean Sonic would be getting them, and it would also explain 7 emeralds later on in the series. But 6 emeralds, you know, it was actually 3 emeralds. You know, he doesn't have. That doesn't make sense. And suddenly Green Hill Zone, and then we get probably the most awkward of endings of all time. And then Sonic 1 begins, supposedly. But I could have so much stuff I could say about the ending. For one thing, why is Knuckles there? Not just the fact that he has fingers. That's the least of my concern. Why is he even there in the first place? Is he not supposed to be there guarding the emerald? The Master Emerald? Is he not supposed to be... He hasn't even met Sonic yet. He and Sonic have yet to meet. He and Sonic have yet to encounter each other. I don't even think Knuckles is aware of Green Hill Zone at this point. As far as we know, Knuckles is only knowledgeable on his own island. So screw the lack of, you know, Knuckles and that he has fingers. He shouldn't even be there in the first place. Tails being there would make more sense because Tails has a tendency to follow Sonic everywhere, you know? That's Tails. It would make sense with Tails, you know? And him saying that would be perfect because in just a couple of games, he and Tails encounter each other. Or Sally, you know, yeah, Sally encountering, you know, being there would make sense. Even though it would be kind of out of place, a little bit more out of place, you know, considering the fact that it's just the comics, still, that's a lot better than Knuckles. You know, Knuckles being there should not have been there. Let alone the fact that he has Knuckles. The fingers, like, him having fingers, like I said, is the least of my concerns. Sonic having a mouth is the least of my concerns. People saying that those are the only reasons why we hate the movie are bullshitting, because that's not the only reason those of us that hate the movie hate the movie. It's not... It's more than just that. It is more than just that. It's the bad acting. It's the unnecessary cameos. You know, it's the fact that there are a lot of things that are inconsistent. You know, there are a lot of inconsistent things. There are special effects problems that even the fan film could have fixed. Need I remind you guys that they had gotten a crap load of donations for the movie in two Blue Core Studios. So this wasn't exactly a free movie. And even if it was a free movie, this isn't something that they can, you know, can't fix. You know, they can easily fix these things. They could easily fix Sonic's mouth. They could easily fix Knuckles' fingers. They could fix a bunch of shit. And it won't even cost a cent. And the worst thing I heard was saying, "Oh, hey guys, give it some respect. It's a fan movie. It's a fan film. It didn't have any money. It's not being paid for, so, you know, it's obviously, give it, you know, enjoy it for what it's worth." It's like, no! Just because it's a fan film does not mean this thing should be given any free pass. It's a fucking fan film. Eddie LeBron took this film and treated it as if it was going to be professional, as if it was going to be, you know, the coming of Christ or something like that, you know? He was hyping, the Blue Core Studios hyped this fucking thing up so much. And it's like, I'm going to judge it as such, you know? It's not fair to say that it's a fan film and that it's nothing that it should be treated as such, when Eddie LeBron did not treat it as such. I mean, it's just the fucking complaints that people have with people that hate the thing just baffle me beyond any comparison, because it's like, Okay, I understand you like it, fine, you know, you can like it if you want, but at least give good reasoning for liking it, you know? It's like, and at least understand where we're coming from when we hate it, because it's not just the fact that Knuckles has, you know, the fingers. It's not just the fact that Sonic has a mouth. It's so much more than that. There's many more problems I have with this shit of a movie that, you know, I just can't understand. That makes no sense. Like, I didn't get the chance to mention this because I was kind of talking about something else and kind of fell behind, but Green Hill Zone stuck out too much in this fucking real world. It's like, is this film not supposed to be real world? Is this not supposed to be set in a world with humans and everything? So why is Green Hill here? Green Hill is nothing like the world around it. Why didn't you just make the film that then? It's like, this film is nothing like, you know, the ending is nothing like the film itself. And it makes no sense. There's nothing in this film that makes sense. The models make no sense. You know, Robotnik's acting was probably the best in the movie. You know, and even that had some drawbacks. You know, the pronunciation or roboticization just baffled me. Like, these people are getting the wrong, like Kintober, you know? Kintober is Kintobor. You know, the fact that they're even pronouncing words wrong baffles me. You know, they really, it's like the home, it's just, I don't understand, for this being a fan film, that they can get stuff like that wrong. How did this is a fan film and they can't even say certain words right? They can't pronounce the script right. That's not a fan. That's something a fan film, even a fan film, should get right. I mean, hell, look at the fucking Sonic shorts. Have you ever seen anyone pronounce any words wrong in the Sonic shorts? And do I remind you that it's actually people on that we are. It's us that voice them, the Sonic characters. It's Game Buddy that voices them. It's you know, it's Dr. MacFox that voices Eggman, and you know, in Seaside Denied, no one in Sonic Paradox mispronounces any of the words in the script for any of the shorts, anything, nothing, that no dialogue in the shorts are mispronounced. No dialogue in Seaside Denied is mispronounced. No dialogue in Sonic Uncut is mispronounced. And yet you go to look at the Sonic fan film and they get multiple words wrong. They pronounce multiple things wrong. Why? This is something a Sonic fan film should be able to get right. So why didn't they get it right? Why? This is something a fan film should get right, money or not. So don't give me that crap excuse, that whole, you know, this film is a fan film, so give it props for what it is, you know. It is fucking bullshit. Bullshit. There is no excuse for this fan film being as shit as it is. Now, if you like the fan film, okay then, fine. But do respect that quite a few people hate it. And trust me when I say this, I have seen quite a few people that hate it. I know NeoGaf hates it. Quite a few people on Sonic Retro seem to hate it. At the very least, the very few people tend to actually like the film, but they're kind of meh about it. It's like, whatever, it's not that bad. You know, that's the very least I've seen the film. But, yes, it's bullshit to say that this thing deserves any kind of free pass because it's a fan film. No. Just no. I'm sorry, but it's a fan film. Not only is this a fan film that made a lot of amateur mistakes that anyone could have done and fixed with nearly no problem whatsoever, and you can't even tell me that the corruption problems, you know, that it had the problems with the corrupted files, you know, if it was really that bad that there were this many glitches and this many problems in the film, then fucking delay it more. Why didn't you just do that? Why were you in such a rush to get this thing out? Have we not learned that when things are rushed, they don't come out right? Have we not learned that lesson? Have we honestly... This fan film just tells me we have learned nothing as a fan community from '06. That people are still, you know, feeling like Sonic can be in a real world and can... No! It can't! This is just... And this fan film is further proof that Sonic just does not work in a real world. He just doesn't. Stop trying to put him in one. Because it does not work. It just doesn't. I seriously cannot see how people could think that this would work. If you have to do it right, you know. How can you do it right when that has yet to happen? You can't say that it can be done right when it hasn't yet. There's nothing of that sort. You know, it's not that Sonic is losing his touch. It's just that the fans just baffle me so much. The fan base really does baffle me. You know, in multiple cases. And it's just... This film is just shit. I'm sorry, it's shit. That's my opinion. And don't fucking, you know, tell me that I'm wrong or get pissed at me because I have an opinion. Because guess what? Whether I'm wrong or right, that doesn't matter. It doesn't... if you disagree, fine. But don't fucking call me out and call me an ass or anything of that sort just because, you know, I'm a fucking... You know, I don't like the movie. I gave many reasons for not liking it. It's more than just the mouth. It's more than just fingers. It's just about everything in this movie just came off wrong. I did give some plus sides. Like I said, you know, they're the models of the robots, the badniks, and you know, the models of the ships, the badniks, the gamma robots. Those all looked fine. You know, the ring, all those look perfect. I love those. You know, they looked amazing. Robotnik was a wonderful actor. He was probably the only good actor I saw in this whole film. The only one. He's the only one that had any good acting in there. And what I mean like acting is that physical acting that, you know, there's a difference between voice acting and, you know, acting as in like being an actor in the films, you know, doing physical body language and all this. I'm considering J. Leo White separate from the rest of the crew because, like I said, J. Leo did not actually make a physical acting appearance. He just did voice acting. So, you know, I consider that kind of different. So when it comes to physical acting, you know, being there, actually, you know, talking, doing body language and all this, Robotnik was the only good actor there. DJ Hazard was perfect. I liked him. Did he have flaws? Yes. The reaction to the Emerald just freaked me out. More than it should have, and not in a good way. His pronunciation of that one word, roboticization, you know, just made me facepalm. But other than that, he was just fine. The problem is, to me, is that this movie didn't do him justice. They gave him a bad script. You know, they gave him, you know... Well, it's like I said, Vizard. You know, he had already gotten... you know, he said himself that he had already gotten 3 other emeralds besides the 4th one, the one he had just gotten that he reacted to. So it's like, is he going to react like that to every emerald? Like, and let me put it this way, like, you know, after getting so many emeralds, you get used to buying those, you know, getting those. I just don't see how after 4 emeralds he'd still react that way. You know, it's just he'd be glad, of course he'd be glad that he have the emerald because that's furthering his plans more. But in that kind of a scale, you know, I could understand the first 2 emeralds, but after the 3rd emerald and then the 4th emerald, I really don't see there's no reason for that. You know, there's no excuse for that kind of a reaction. You know, I could imagine him grinning. Like, if he had just given it a sinister grin, was saying at the end, you know, whatever the go, that would have been perfect. I would have liked that, you know. But that reaction just creeps me out, and not in the way it should have. But, honestly, I do feel like that after 3-4 emeralds, he really shouldn't be reacting like that anymore. He should be used to getting emeralds like that. He should understand, he should know the emeralds. He's seen them. He knows how they are. It's at this point where he's accustomed to it. He's accustomed to the emeralds, and thus shouldn't be so crazy, an orgasm, and like orgasming over them so much. It just comes off weird and very, very awkward, and it's not in the way it should. But that's just me. But I am going to say this much: this film really didn't come out well. If I had to rate this thing, it'd probably be maybe a 2 or so, maybe 3, maybe a 2 or 3, maybe a 2 or a 3, and that's only because of the ring, the good models of the ring, the robots, all the robots that you see in the movie, including the Badniks and Gamma army, and of course the ships. And then, like I said, robotics acting was pretty good, even though there were a few problems. But other than that, the film was shit. I'm sorry. I find it shit. I didn't like it. I tried to like it. I was actually kind of optimistic about how it would go. Even though I didn't expect the thing to be Golden Globe worthy, obviously. But I expected the thing to at least be tolerable. And it wasn't even that. That's the thing. Even though I didn't expect it to be the best thing, I was still let down. And yes, I am actually reading the comments. It's just, look at Sonic Paradox, Look at all the animating they've done. Maybe not real, like CGI or, anything. It's not the same kind of animation that was done in the fan film, but it was still animation nonetheless. And, we don't use any money for anything in our animations. Nothing animated has any money. The only money that really may be spent is for Flash to animate, to use to actually animate. But when it comes to, literally animating everything, other than that, we don't really use any money. Everything you see has been pretty much free. And it's like, no. Why is it that we can do, even with the animating as a little more low-key, like it's actual animating, with the Flash and everything, and not, CGI or anything like that, ours animating is kind of like a downgrade, yet it's still better than how, Eddie's, animating turned out. It's like the film itself is worse in animating than Sonic Paradox's animations. And remember that Sonic did not actually start out very good looking in terms of his looks in the Sonic shorts. And at first, he had very weird, some shorts did not actually draw him, better than they should have, But it didn't matter back then because, well, it was primitive animating, and it was stuff that, and it wasn't even just the fact that we were amateur at that stuff. It was just the fact that it was premature animating and everyone was still getting used to doing that stuff. And plus this is something that had never been done before at the time. By now, things like this, the fan film, should be much better handled by now. At the very least, not to the point where some of the very basic things they fail on, That's the thing. That's what struck me the most, is that even the basic things they could get, they got wrong. And that's why I really don't think the movie is that good. It's because they don't really get the basic things that right. Like I said, it's not just because of a mouth, it's not just because of fingers, it's because of the whole movie and a bunch of stupid shit that's done that just combines together to make this one big train wreck. Very little in the movie actually struck as great to me. I mean, it's just, like I said, the cameos were just stupid and pointless. Why were they even there? This just struck me as like, hey, we're gonna shove down as many cameos as possible to, show how much money we had. That reminds me, why didn't, instead of you use the money on the cameos, you used it for the fucking film itself? And the animating. Why didn't you use that? Why did you spend all that money and stuff on getting people, these stupid ass pointless cameos, and use them for the fucking film itself? Use it for the animating. If it really is such a problem to gain money, to buy the stuff, you could have fixed the props. You could have gotten better props. You could have gotten better animating done. So there you go. The money's no excuse. Because you used the money on stupid shit. You could have done so much more. Even if this was a free fan film, you could have spent the money you had in reserve for better things. And you didn't. You made bad decision choices, and thus, that's why I think your movie is shit. And that's my damn opinion, so guess what? Acknowledge it as such, and then acknowledge the fact that if you acknowledge my opinion as it is, then I will acknowledge your opinion as it is. Because, like it or not, I know people are going to like the film and disagree with me. Am I going to throw a fit over that? No. Do I think the drama that happened after the movie came out was, on Twitter and all that was worthwhile? Hell no. It's a fucking film. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I lost sleep, but it wasn't because of the film. It's because I'm a fucking insomniac. It has nothing to do with the film. I could care less about the film. As soon as within days, everyone's already forgotten about that piece of shit film. It's like nothing now. It's like no one even remembers it at this point. So who cares? Why was there a big fight over it during the fucking, the fucking, day it came out? The drama was unnecessary, and I didn't even like the film. I mean, there's just so many things done wrong. That didn't make any sense. And then to see a downright flame war ensue, all because of this fucking fan film. It's not even from Sega. People do realize that as shit as the film is, it's not going to ruin the Sonic franchise. Sega didn't make this. Sonic Team didn't make this. So as shit as it was, it's not going to ruin the franchise. So don't get your panties in a bunch. As shit as it was, in the long run, no one cares about it. Seriously. It's really something that should be just forgotten. I'm going to forget this fan film even took place from here on out. After this show, I'm done talking about this fucking film. I'm going to be pretty much like the whole Danica Patrick thing in All-Stars Racing Transform. I'm going to shut up about it, stop talking about it, because I really don't care anymore. I really don't. And at this point, I just want to move on. Fuck the film. Fuck the drama that really ensued because of this film. And I'm just going to carry on my life like normal. Because I have more important things to worry about than a fan film. That's just me. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I don't know. But as far as I know, I'm just glad I'm done seeing this fucking film. I'm done talking about it. I'm just fed up with this film. I just don't care about it. But yes. And yes, I'm well aware of twat corners. I remember those. Boy. Yes, All-Stars Racing Transformed. I actually am going to be getting to that in a bit. Speaking of which, I may as well move on, because I'm done. I'm done. That's my overall opinion on the film. It's that it's shit. And there's really no excuse for it to be shit. I'm just saying, it's shit, but there was no reason for it to be too. There's no excuse for it. But despite that, if you like the film, then okay. That's your prerogative, That's nothing I can't force you to change it, so. But nevertheless, the film came out. I really would rather not think about what followed it, but there you guys go. I am done with this film. Done talking about, done acknowledging it. But I will say this much included on this. I think Eddie LeBron, if he puts more effort, I think he could be a very good director. I think he has potential. He obviously had effort into this. He obviously finished the film. That's something no Sonic fan has really been able to do yet. It's actually finish a legit fan film on this scale. He has potential. I know he does. It's just when it came to this film, that potential was kind of wasted. I think he has potential. I think he has good intentions. I don't think he's I don't think he's 100% horrible. I just think when it came to this movie, he made some bad choice decisions. That's all, and that it could have been a lot better than and it did. But I definitely think that if Eddie puts more effort and doesn't rush things, like if it turns out that don't stay up all night just to finish this thing, because people will understand that you have to work. If you had just spent more time, like if you delayed it like another month, I mean, more than likely you would have been able to get a lot of the things worked out that a lot of us had problems with in the film, that those of us felt, yeah, you can gain much from experience and improve. I mean, that's the thing. The Mega Man film should have been good advice. It's a good thing to look to, because apparently people liked it, although I've seen other people saying they hated it. So it seems like I'd say the Mega Man film that he did, Blue Core Studios did, was a lot more divided than the fan film for Sonic. But in any case, that's how I feel about the whole thing. I feel like Eddie just needs to. I think he needs to put even more effort. He doesn't need to rush things. He didn't need to rush the film's release when it was supposed to come out. I would have understood it being, postponed a month if he had to work on some stuff, and fix, because things come up, but that's just me. I think he definitely could have put more effort into this thing. It just feels like he had the effort at first, and then like halfway through he just decided, what, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to get this out of the way now. Get this out as soon as possible so I can move on with my life. That's just what it felt like to me. Which is why some things, it's why at first he did some good things that I mentioned, and then afterwards he just rushed, and did quite things that really shouldn't have. But in any case, I'm done talking about that. Moving on. I'm going to start rushing through these topics, by the way, because I really am tired, and after all that with the fan film, and plus I did say that the whole thing with the fan film would be taking up the bulk of the show, because I definitely had a lot to talk about. I had a lot to talk about. But yes, plus my throat's kind of drying up and getting sore, so I kind of want to hurry before I lose my voice. But yes, ASRT, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, dropped in UK sales slightly, but I think this was all from a few weeks ago. I think they did regain sales. Sonic Generations and Mario and Sonic at the 2012 London Games surged in sales again in the UK as well. Like I said, these were a few weeks ago. So, but anyway, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed has been officially unveiled for PC. Remember those characters that were confirmed in DLC? Although not DLC, but hidden in the disc. Yeah, they're in the game for the PC, as expected. No surprise there, but at least now we know, according to Sega, that it's official. So yeah. But yes, it's available for pre-order. If you do get it on pre-order now on Steam, you actually save a few dollars. It's a 10% discount on the price of the game. However, I should note that the game will not have that sale for long. It's only going to have that pre-order discount until it's officially out on January 31st. So, with that in mind, do expect the price to go back to its original amount of $29.99 here in the U.S. So don't be surprised. Okay, yeah, Sonic Retro does have a discount code for it, but I don't think it's going to last long. I think it's supposed to expire. I think it's only for the UK for one thing, and another thing, I don't think it's going to last for much longer anyway. I think it was even more temporary. I think it was even more temporary than the a shorter period than the 10% discount. But in any case, the trailer did come out. They announced the characters and all that. But anyway, you can pick up the game on Steam. It officially comes out on PC and on January 31st. It does have online multiplayer, which is something the original All-Stars Racing didn't have on the PC. The PC version of All-Stars Racing 1 did not have online multiplayer. So this is going to be a nice boost to the game and you know, Steam users. So, but anyway, Sonic Adventure 2 is still selling. I could not believe that this thing still stayed up in the top 10 on Xbox Live Arcade sales for a while. There's no doubt in my mind that Sega is definitely getting money from All-Stars Sonic Adventure 2. So, no doubt in my mind that's going to help their finances a lot. Them getting sales like that. Also, All-Stars Racing Transformed has also been discovered to be getting a release date of February 8th on the 3DS. So finally, after February 8th, all the platform versions of All-Stars Racing Transformed are going to be out, which means more than likely this fucking train of Transform news is going to literally come to an end. Literally. I mean, now that everything related to the game is, you know, done. 3DS, February 8th. Steam version, January 31st. There you go. There's still the possible iOS version. I don't even think I've heard anything about the iOS version. I kind of wish Sega would just forget the iOS altogether, to be honest. The iOS doesn't do anything for Sega as far as I know, so. But, yeah. That's just me. But, also, I do have another bit of first impressions to talk about. This is first impressions, but in case you guys have been aware of, since the last Sonic News show, I did manage to get a Wii U and New Super Mario Bros. U, along with the Wii U version of Transformed. You might be able to, if you hear that, that's me actually tapping the game right now. So, that's the game. I could technically show it if I put my webcam on, but nah. But yes, I do have the Wii U version of Transformed. I haven't played it yet, though. I haven't had the chance to. But New Super Mario... I tapped that. God damn it. You would say that. But yes, New Super Mario Bros. U is actually really nice. It's actually a new... you know, it's actually a good game now, and co-op can't be done because it's not online. There's no online co-op as far as I know. So, also, the game's actually kind of original for once. Unlike the past New Super Mario Bros. Games, the game's actually original. I've actually beaten the story in New Super Mario Bros. U, the very shitty story, as is the case in every Super Mario game, but that's to be expected. But the very least, the game is actually okay. You know, it's a bit original. It's actually got a new suit in there. That's nice. You know, the Koopa Kids return as well, but you don't actually run into them at the end of a castle this time. You actually go up into their ship and defeat them, and you know. But you do battle them the same way in that you have to stomp on them, but they actually have new tactics now. You know, and eventually, as you get later into the game, their tactics kind of get even more original. But yes, the acorn is actually kind of rather original. Unfortunately, it's the only original power-up that's in the game, which figures. But it is an original power-up, so I have to give Nintendo credit for that. And yes, I am aware that this isn't Sonic related, but you know, it's just, you know, yes, we are wearing Sally in Sonic New Super Mario Bros. U, indeed. But yes, the end boss is actually kind of shocking. It's one again. Nintendo pulls the whole, hey, this is what you think the boss is gonna be like, the final boss is gonna be like, but hey, we're gonna do a perfect chaos in you and throw another bit into the boss, and then that bit just ends up being absolutely unbelievable. It's completely against, you know, it's like how Sega did the first boss in Sonic 4 Episode 1. You think it's gonna be the same boss at first, and then it ends up being completely different. The final boss is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's actually good. The only downside is that in this game is that Bowser Jr. is stupid, as always, and pointless, and a piece of shit, and I can't stand Bowser Jr. And the Toads, as always, offer absolutely no relevance to the plot, and in fact actually have their own little subplot, because everyone fucking gives a shit about the Toads to begin with. What's their subplot? I lost all my items against, this Nabbit thing, because, you're totally not having to save the world right now, and the entire Mushroom Kingdom, but I want my items, damn it. Seriously, that's the subplot. That's what the Toads want you to do, instead of saving the kingdom, is that they care more about their fucking packages of items than anything else. The P acorn, why couldn't they just give you the P acorn instead of all the stars, That's the thing. They overload you on stars instead of P acorns. At least when it comes to the P acorns, it's okay. That's something that you can use. That's something good, The Starmen in the new Super Mario Bros. Games are so short in duration now. They last like 3 seconds and then they're done. It's like, you can't do anything with those. There's no point. The P acorn should have been the one you get from the chest more than the Starman, but it's like, it's just, the whole Nabbit thing is just fucking stupid as shit. Yes, I am literally been going off tangents in this show, but what do you expect when you have so much to talk about, both good and bad? But yes, the game continues to rely on the whole, theme that the Toads are stupid pieces of shit that can't do anything right, and that Bowser Jr. is a pointless, stupid piece of shit that really shouldn't even be in the Mario game, since you have the Koopa kids here for one thing, you have Bowser here for another thing. Bowser Jr., just fuck off. No one likes you. No one likes you. You don't need to be in these games. Go away. But in any other case, the end of the rewards you get for beating the story is fucking amazing. It's probably the best thing Nintendo's ever done that's any nostalgic at all. It's, for once, Nintendo brought back a nostalgic thing that was actually good. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's so fucking cool, and I can't complain about that. So how much would I rate New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. U? I'd rate about a 7.5 or 8, maybe 8, maybe 8 maximum. Maybe 8.5 actually. But yes, I won't spoil what the end of story rewards are, but they're pretty kick-ass. And like I said, it's very nostalgic. It's probably the best thing Nintendo's ever done in a good while that's nostalgic, but yet kick-ass at the same time. The only thing I'm going to say is that if you have not been getting star coins, get them. That's all I'm going to say is in regards to that reward, is that if you have not been getting star coins, get them. because you're going to need them for this special reward. And I am not kidding either. You are going to need the star coins if you want to continue on with post-game stuff or post-story stuff. But anyway, as for the Wii U itself, I love the Wii U. You know, I can't complain. But I was actually able to transfer all my Wii U saves and stuff over to the game itself. You know, or from the Wii to the Wii U. Nothing has been lost. I have not lost anything. I didn't have any virtual console game. The only complications people seem to have is that if they have virtual console games, or you know, but me, I didn't have any virtual console games, so I had nothing to worry about. I just had game saves to migrate over. That's the most I was concerned about. Otherwise, everything else just migrated over just fine. You know, even my Mii's moved over just fine. All my saves went over. Everything transferred. Everything that I had transferred just fine. And it feels cool that I actually have Mario Kart 64 now on my virtual console, because I didn't get that until after. I waited until after I got the Wii U all set up and everything transferred and all that. But the best thing of all is that if you have a Wii U, Brawl works. Brawl will actually work for you if you had troubles with the dual layer thing. You know, if the dual layer problems you had with your Wii, they melt away with the Wii U. I actually am able to use my Wii U actually plays Brawl perfectly again, as if I had just gotten the game. I can now literally just put in Brawl and it starts up immediately. It is amazing. It actually motivates me to play the game more again. It's absolutely magnificent. Now, what is the only downside about doing all this? You know, the only downside is that you have to use a classic controller or pro controller from here on out. The GameCube controller is dumped in the Wii U, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, it's kind of understandable because it is a new console, and they're not going to keep the GameCube controller for every console, so. But yes, there you go. That is the Wii U in a nutshell. Everything's pretty cool as shit. You know, they even keep your friend code data. Like, say you had friends in your you had the friend codes to Mario Kart Wii in your friends list on the game. Even the friend code data that you have for everyone in their own personal games for Mario Kart Wii or Fortune Street or Brawl or any of those, they get transferred too. So you don't lose any of your friend codes at all. They're still in the game. You still have your lists. Everything is still intact after the transfer. And the best thing of all, you get a nice animation when you transfer too. It's pretty cool. I love it. I absolutely love, you know, how the Wii U turned out. Is it selling well? I think it's selling pretty well. As far as I can tell, the game has been a relative success. The console has been a relatively modest success, so I can't complain. It's been a good game so far. Or not good game, but a good. I keep saying game. A good console so far. So, what games am I going to be getting for the Wii U next? I don't know. I have virtually no clue. I have currently Nintendo Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Transformed. Those are my only Wii U games right now. Am I going to get any other games? We'll see. I've been thinking about Rayman Legends. I've been thinking about Anarchy Reigns. I've been thinking about multiple Wii U games. I just don't know right now. More than likely, I'll know when my birthday gets here. My birthday will make all the difference, because my birthday is only a few months away. So I'll be 21 in April, so by then I'll have a better idea as to what I'm going to be getting for Wii U games. Either way, at the very least, we'll see. But yes, we'll see. If Rayman Legends, I don't know yet. But no, I am not actually 16. I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in April. So, but yeah, if I get any more Wii U games, it won't be until my birthday. And quite frankly, there's really nothing that interests me right now anyway, so... Like, there isn't any Wii U games that stand out to me that's out anytime soon, you know, within the next month or two. You know, Rayman Legends may become, you know, something I might look at, you know, later on, when I actually get the game, when I actually have an ability to look at stuff, you know. But I mean, who knows? I might get it, I might not. I don't know yet. But it seems to me, judging from how much people are recommending me to get it, I guess I may as well. But a new Mario and Sonic game? I don't think so. I don't think there's going to be a new Mario and Sonic game right now. I think Sega, if they do put out a new Mario and Sonic game, it may not be until later this year. If not later this year, early next year. I don't know yet. But from the way it's looking, from the way Sega's sounding, they don't sound like they're wanting to do any Olympics games this time. I think they're taking a rest with that right now. Because if there's only going to be one retail Sonic game, and if it's a Sonic game, then yeah, I'd say that the Mario and Sonic Olympics games are taking a break for now. Right now, the new Sonic game, I think, is the one thing we have to look forward to, including the digital titles that apparently are being hinted at as well, so we will see. But anyway, also, Sonic Paradox does now have a Terraria server. It's on the forums. I really don't want to have to put effort into looking for the IP info, but if you guys do head to the Sonic Paradox forums and go to the game, what was it, the what's the name of that, FP servers, game servers section, there is the IP and port number to Sonic Paradox's new Terraria server is now available. And yes, it's that thing where I spawned like 200 Eye of Cthulhu's. Indeed. And it is in hard mode, so bear that in mind, that if you want to go into the server, make sure you're prepared for what hard mode's going to throw at you, because it's not going to be fun. If need be, though, we can give you stuff. If one of us just happens to be online. I know Matt and I, the Runny the Feeny and I are admins on there, and we can actually spawn stuff to give stuff away. And plus, now that I've actually finished Terraria on the main playthrough of Terraria on my channel, my character is at its maximum ability. So, yeah, I'd say it's all set to go. You know, I'd say I'm all prepared for whatever's out there. But in any case, also these soundtracks that, remember these iTunes soundtracks that Sega was releasing in certain areas of the world, certain regions? Well, they have all been made available in Australia, Canada, and more European regions. So, more of Europe has gotten the soundtracks, Canada has gotten the soundtracks, and Australia has gotten the soundtracks. The only downside is that the soundtracks aren't exactly complete. They don't actually have all the tracks, but yeah, still, you know, woo. What Vizard said. Also, speaking of Anarchy Reigns is now out, and apparently it's been discovered that it has made 16th on the UK sales chart. So it's selling. It's actually selling as well. So Sega's getting money. It seems like all their games are now starting to sell wonderfully. They could be selling more, but they're selling, and that is going to help them a lot. I definitely think that if the more money they get, the better. But you know, we will see what happens. But anyway, that's the show. I do apologize if my tangent on the fan film kind of got a little bit but otherwise I think it went just fine. You know, I can't complain. You know, it's been a crazy show. We're all caught up now. Hopefully there'll be another show this coming Sunday. Depends on the topics and the news that comes out, but in any case, I will see you guys hopefully next Sunday or so for the next SonicNews show. SonicNews show. For now, though, hopefully you guys have a good week. I will see you all soon. For now, I will see you guys later. Sayonara for now. Wait, it's cool. Oh, no. Better yet. Aha! Way past cool. Aha! Anyway, bye for now. If Wax still wants to stream, he can. But bye for now. Have a great night.